السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، شلونكم؟ إن شاء الله بخير وعافية. اليوم حلقة مختلفة كالعادة من اللهجة مالتي، راح تعرف من يا بلد. ضيفتنا اليوم إن العاصمة العراقية بغداد، بلاد الرافدين اللي غنية عن التعريف بعد ما يحتاج إلها مقدمة. هاي الرحلة الثانية، وبهاي الرحلة راح نتعرف على ضيفتنا سحر اللي تقدر تحكي 3 لغات، لغتها الأم واللغة الإنجليزية، وتتعلم بعد اللغة الكورية. كلنا مثلها، إلنا أهداف ونريد نحققها، ومنها تعلم اللغة الإنجليزية. فاليوم سحر راح تحكي لنا قصتها مع اللغة الإنجليزية.
In the beginning, when I learned English, I wasn't like nervous too much to not comfortable about that because I have to be brave because I'm talking like in the public.
Welcome back, my friend, to Coffee with English podcast. It's been a long time we didn't post, and we return. In today's interview, it's going to be a little bit different, and we will see what will happen together. So now I think we are ready to start. Yeah.
I'm ready.
And we are pleased to have you here. So please introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello, my name is Sahar, and I'm 27 years old. I'm here learning different language. Firstly, like I learned it was English, and my native language is Arabic, and I can speak like Arabic, English, and a little bit of Korean.
Wow, actually, that's really cool, Okay, so now we are going to move to the real question. How did you learn English? What is the secret?
Okay. In 2018, I saw
Yeah.
like English thing, to learn English. So I'm really curious about to learn English. I like been to the English centers
Yeah.
to learn more English courses. At that times I like went there and I registered like so many times, like step by step, like few months also through, and does it take it like as the beginner I wasn't actually really good at the English.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are like making exam to improve my English level.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why I get like actually like 10 on the 100, and they told me your level is so low, so you need to improve your English more. So we're gonna give you like a good conversations with a lot of people. You're gonna communications, reading, typing, listening, also to specific grammar. Then I keep going like 2018, a year, and 2019 I stopped it because it was Corona. And after Corona, I also took like register English courses, like 2 years, last 2 years. Then when I succeed in English courses, I had opportunity to learn also to by myself because the English courses is getting more expensive these days. And for another examinations, like except like not normal English, beside TOEFL and IELTS, so I'm focused like about that to study also too. Yeah, like I'm learning English like because of the IELTS, so I need more
Yeah, that's
times
right.
to focus on it.
Absolutely. So, like there's also some ways you may follow or other students may follow, like watching movies or series. So, do you watch movies or series, or is that any benefit from this way to learn English?
I was watching like Twilight movie. It sounds interesting actually to me. Because as like without subtitle, of course, it has like really improved my English also too because of the listening, and like a lot of I watch a lot of English movies because like I need to focus on listening. Well, when they are talking like so quickly, and the English items, it's not like simple as we think. It was like so difficult to us.
Yeah, that's right. And also talking about
Okay.
English skills, like a language skills, like listening and reading and writing and speaking, especially. Yeah, with all these four skills, we have in the other side, we have grammars. So, what's your opinion about grammars? What do you think about grammars? Do you love grammars? You don't love grammars? What do you think about them?
Well, actually, I deal with 100% of the English grammar. It's so easy to me because when I put like the grammar wherever, like it's called like the past continuous or the present continuous, like plus the like adjective or noun, it depends about the grammar, what is the like conditions in English. So like it's easy to me. Most of people they're gonna find so difficult to them.
Yeah, you're right. You can say that. That's right. But for me, I don't think that I'm a fan of grammars. I don't really like grammars. Like, also, I don't remember when was the last time that I studied grammar. So, yeah, you can say that each one of us has a different side of seeing the grammars. Yeah, and now speaking about the start, is it important to start with a good way, or it doesn't matter how do you start, or is it important the ground that you build for yourself? Is it important for, I mean, the quite beginning? How do you see it, or what do you think about that?
I can say it's so necessary to learn grammar in the beginning because if you don't know where is like we're gonna put in English sentences, like example, if the teacher give us like English sentences, like can you like tell me where's that like the grammars it's included, like what kind of like past continuous or a future or present continuous. So also too like in the grammar also too they're gonna give us like conversations to fix that because we needed that, like as we are not like in the so much knowledge about that. So it's kind of like in the beginning English as we call that. But as the advanced or as like the like intermediate also too, it's like so easy gonna be them, but they have to like take the achieve their goals into the grammar too much because the grammar is so like necessary in the exam.
Yeah, that's right. You are right. So, what do you think about these people who learn in English without grammars? Like, for me, I studied grammar, but not that much, And some people, they don't care about grammars, they just study the language. That's it, like the daily dialogue or the daily conversation, without studying the grammars. So, what do you see about that?
Well, that's good questions. In my opinion, I guess to learn English, not only the grammar we have to like to study that because um plus the conversations is really like necessary because we have to practice like our speaking with the foreigner also through like different countries. And in English sentences, like they don't need to put grammar too much, only like English items we have like to talk like that.
Yeah, I think we are going to move to the next great question, like during our English journey, right? You learning English by yourself for the first time, and then you move on to find someone that may help you or spend time with to speak or practice English, like conversation or grammars, whatever. So, do you think it is important to have someone that help us or spend time speaking English to each other? Is it important?
Yes, I had English teachers. He was actually really nice to me, and like to another people also too. Like He has like good educations to teach us like always. And like in the literature, in the English literatures, it was like not too much people, like about 10 or 12 student. So like when I had like English exam, like I have to focus, and I every lecture when he gave us, I had to read it because it was actually really necessary to me to not forget again what he gave us.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it's very important to have someone to spend time with and practice together. And talking about that, spending time or speaking to other people, sometimes we get scared or we get stuck in English and we feel uncomfortable, while we speak in English. So, what should we do when we get into that situation?
I was actually like in the beginning when I learned English, I wasn't like nervous too much to like not comfortable about that, because I have to be brave because I'm talking like in the public centers with a lot of people to exchange the culture, the language, and wherever like the language, it's like lead us to how to improve like our tongue by this language. So it's gonna give us more information to learn that. So I told people like just like relax, you don't need like not comfortable too much.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Like these people who start yelling and trying to remember the words that they have saved, and they probably don't remember because they get into depression. So, what is your method to remember the words? Because it's very important. Like language, it's a memory. So, what do you think?
Most of people when they learn English, they gonna take like so quickly to learn, and I don't recommend that, because English learning, it's not like you're gonna have to doing that like 2 months or 3 months, and then you're gonna be like so more higher. Actually, it's not like that. Maybe like they have to like to study like 2 times in a week, like by a few months or a few years, because there's a lot of like English words, it's gonna like separate it to another definitions like that.
Yeah, that's right. And if you come and speak about the next level of learning English, after we get part of English, like we are B2 level or get the C level, right? People start to making choices like choosing an accent, right? And there's two famous accents, which are the British accent and the American accent. So, for you, which accent do you prefer more, and why do you like that accent?
Well, actually, like when I learned English in the beginning, I chose American accent because like the pronunciations like with like E or S or H or like example like another characters, it's different like to another British accent, because British accent, it's kind of like actually like difficult to me because they are swelling too much by the like throat, but the American accent, they have like clearest grammar sentences in reading, speaking, typing, listening.
Yeah, yeah, I can see. I feel you. I don't know why most of you like hey British accent. Like it's cool. Come on, you can try it. So I don't know.
I don't hate British accent. I prefer like American accent because American accent is so clearly.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I understand that, but like you can see that British accent. It's more like gentle. More gentle. It has its words. It has its ways.
Yeah, like both of them gentles, but it depends about your you wanna like how to learn. So most of people when they speak like the British, you're gonna like have to speak with them like that. But when I had English teachers, he didn't like actually teach us how like British. He teach us like American accent.
Yeah, now I'm going to ask you a most important question that you may see in your journey of English. So the question is, have you ever felt bored while you're studying English? And what are the things that makes you bored or makes you feel bored of studying English?
Come again, Hadi?
I'm talking about when you're getting bored of studying something, like these kind of things that you don't want to continue.
I never felt to study English to be bored. Actually, it was really interesting to me, like fascinating too, because I'm so exciting to speak English because it's like I was like inspired too much and a lot of times to learn English because it makes me um so educated, so cultures uh have a lot of knowledge in English, and what's the language it take us to learn more different cultures, especially like in English language.
Yeah, that's right, absolutely. So there's one more thing that we have should take care of it, like pronunciation. How do we care about pronunciation, or how do we develop it, or how can we improve our pronunciation? Because it's very important after we learn English to speak like a native, or not even like a native, like something that other people could understand and see it as it in a different way. Yeah, like we can say it in a different way. How do we pronounce the words, or pronounce the things that we want to say? Like everyone has a different pronunciation. So how do you deal with that? How do you improve it?
um that's good questions. The pronunciations, it depends, like I said, it depends about your tongue. So if like I'm gonna call you Hadi, so like it's not like the high tongue or high like voice. So like as example, like I'm gonna call you hi Sarah, it was actually like beverage listening beverage like English uh mm, grammars. So it's like in English sentences, like you cannot go like high too much to the conversations, but about the singing you have to go higher.
Yeah, that's right. So, like sometimes we can see people that they speak English very well, but they still misunderstanding, or they still cannot pronounce the word very right. So you may see these kind of people during your English journey. So about that, we are just wondering, why is this still happening? Even if they can understand English or speak English very well, so why this is keep happening, like, or misspelling the words? So what do you think about that?
As I mentioned like in the previously time, because when they are like want to learn English, they gonna be so quickly, hey, I'm gonna like be so much talent as the American people, because like they're not gonna get as the American talent people, because as the American people they are speaking so quickly. So when like the Middle Eastern and special like in Asian and Europe country, they have actually like to be more focused on what's like the way they have to speak like that, because like wherever like their dialect, maybe like they have like to speaking like their dialect as they so quickly, but I don't actually like prefer to speaking so quickly in the American accent, because as the American people, most of them they don't speak so quick, so it's not good actually.
So the next question is, like, somehow you can say it's important for people who doesn't have that much time, or doesn't have that mood to study. Like sometimes people make excuses, okay, to don't study or to study in a different time. So do we really need a mood to keep studying and motivate ourselves to study? Is it necessary to have a mood?
No, actually, like the mood is really actually necessary to us, because if we don't have like vibe too much to learn the language, and if we have like so much stress and toxic environment, and like the pressures also too, and wherever the situations is gonna like take it so much like so complicated. I mean, like the learning has to be like quiet environment. We really need that, because the environment is gonna like affect it in us too much if we're not gonna focus too much. And like the mood also too, we have like to not sitting of course in the like noisy, because our mind is gonna like actually explosion.
Yeah, that's right, absolutely. So, sometimes when we speak, right, we speak very slowly. We don't rush on ourselves because, our level is not letting us to talk that much fast, so other people may laugh at us in that time. So, what do you think should we do to improve more our English speaking and make it more fast?
Sometimes I'm learning, like, sorry, sometimes, like, actually, I'm speaking so quick, because I need to do that, but, like, most of, like, words, like, when I didn't get, so I have, like, to listening what they trying to say.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's good. Like sometimes we need to focus a bit on what other people say so we can shadow after that. If we get some part of it, like we will be very good.